Hi everyone, it's Bubbles from Venom Fluid Art. Welcome to another Fluid Art Express ride. Hope you've just watched ShanB. Amazing artist, isn't she? I know you've all subscribed to her channel now. If not, why not? Come on! Want to get that lady up to 1,000 subscribers? Help me on my mission. So, today I've got a 14-inch round MDF.
It is.
I know, right? Let's go, Bubbles, getting technical. So, been playing with the Kin Gold CA swipes for a few weeks now. I got a new colour. Look at this. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Yeah, very sexy. We're going to roll with that first today. And I'm thinking we're going to change it up a bit. Maybe do some scoop and drags and have a bit of a playtime with Bubbles. So I'm going to load up this gorgeous blue. It's got a bit of shift in there by the look of it, and a little bit of everything in this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour. It's pretty cool to be me and have a custom mixing guru at home, right at my fingertips. So we'll go in with our first one. And we'll just leave it right there. Isn't that gorgeous colour? And it sells up beautifully, this colour. Really does. I think I'm actually starting to like it a bit better than the gold. Would you believe? So I might do another one on the other side. And I was going to do loaded palette knives, but I've thought, no, what I'm going to do a nice big swipe through the middle of this. And then I think we'll have a play with that swipe and just see what cool effects we can get. So, just going to add some drips of King Gold to my blue, because that gives some really cool little effects inside the cells as well. So we'll go up here a bit. And just glide it through. So I've got a bit of a floating pillow going on, only because I find when you're doing these type of CA swipes, having that floating pillow just helps that palette knife loaded up glide across the surface really smoothly. I've done it a few times with the thin pillows and ended pretty tragically, so I haven't gone back there. We live and learn sometimes. So what we'll do now, put that away, and we're going to lay some colour down. So today I've sort of mixed it up a bit more again. I'm going to use a few different tube paints this week as well. But first one I'm going to lay down is we've got some phthalo blue. It's a stunning colour. Now phthalo, darling.
Yeah.
Who is that by?
Amsterdam.
Gorgeous colour. Really, really gorgeous. I think I've said it before, it looks really close to this little piggy taffy when you add your added bling to this tube paint.
It's lovely.
Really is gorgeous. Really, really close to taffy the way you make it. Alright. So we'll go with that one. Now, I think we'll lay down Barney by Eye Candy. Gorgeous purple. And I haven't really used a lot of purple, so I thought I'd mix it up today and step out of the comfort zone with some colour there. I probably should use purple more because it really does look beautiful with the blues as well. Really lovely. So I'll get a good chunk of that there. Geez, that blue CA is really, it's working some magic there, which is cool. Now, I've got a really cool Pebeo tube paint. And this one's a blue-black. It is just an awesome colour. Like, it doesn't look much there, but when you put it down with other colours, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing what it does. So we'll add a good chunk in the middle there. Now, what will we do now? We've used those. Now, this is an eye candy blue. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that one. So, if you do want to know what this gorgeous blue is, just drop a message in the comment section and I'll type it. I think that's going to be the best way to do that one. You hear giggles in the background there thinking that's funny. Some of them are seriously, yeah. We want some easier names to pronounce. That would rock my world. Alright, we've used our phthalo blue, we've used our Barney, got our Pebeo blue black now. I think we'll go down with some of this, Southern Ocean Blue by Matisse. Now, with the Southern Ocean Blue, as I've said many a times, Wombat, aka Darren Venom, he makes me 3 stages out of this colour, which is really cool, 3 different shades. So it's really awesome because one colour, you get 3.
Aren't you making those in an upcoming video?
Apparently so. We haven't read the comments yet from that video, dear. See if people agreed with you.
They will.
Or went in sympathy with me going, don't do it. Now this is a really cool colour, and I think is it Amadori? Aomodori. Oh, it's a stunning colour shift. So I think we're going to go with a bit of that today too. Found this one in the stash the other day and thought, yeah, that's cool. Does really nice things too with the other colours. Alright, that will be enough of that. Now I think what we'll do, turquoise Pebeo here. So I've actually gone for a lot of tube paints today too, just for something different. Because not a lot of people can always afford to buy all the pretty pigments out there. So I thought I'd show you, just by having, like, I've only got 2 or 3 pigments in this one. Rest is all tube paint. So I just thought it'd be good for people to see that you can still do some pretty cool work and it not cost you a lot of money. Now this is my custom blue Venom makes me. Oh, it's my all-time new favourite. I've taken full possession of it. If he tries to take it back off me, you may see me on the news. I know you're laughing for. I'm serious. It's mine.
Oh no.
I love it. Absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Alright, so I think we've got pretty much a lot of colour going on there, which is really what we want. So, what I might lay on top though is the Southern Ocean Blue Stage 1 now. Just so I've got a tube paint on the top. Alright. I think that's a good size colour puddle for our swipe now. Let's see just what we can do with it. So we'll just pop some of them pesky bubbles. Anytime you can legally stab something. So rewarding. Alright, there we go. That bit is done, so I'll wipe that off, get rid of it. We will grab. Now I think we'll just go with our little swipe tool today, because that looks pretty perfect in size compared. So I've only got this little one I'm going to use today. Because see, pretty cool. Nice and light in your hands. Really easy to control then if it's not heavy too. Some tools out there can be a bit heavy. And if you have hands that play up with RA and things like that too, you just want something that's nice and light. Doesn't have a lot of weight to it. That way it's a lot more easier for you to control. So let's go with our first swipe here. I think we're going to stop there. So always watch too when you're doing your swipe. You'll start to see the bubbles too. They do start to get a little bit smaller. Then you start to notice if you keep moving, you're getting less and you're only moving the colour but not actually getting cells. You run out of CA or it's just got really, really fine there. So you're better to stop halfway through your swipe. Doesn't matter. Reload your palette knife up with some CA. That way you're guaranteed to get your cells all the way across. Otherwise you find that you can have all these gorgeous cells on this side, and as you keep going across you end up with just that smudge at the end. So at least by stopping, we're going to go back in now, and that way we're going to get gorgeous cells all the way to the edge, which is exactly what we want. So you will get a little bit more of a puddle in the middle here where I've started. That's fine. Just give it a minute. Let it do its thing. We'll give it a few seconds to let it sink a bit. Because at the end of the day, you're painting. You should be relaxing, kicking back, enjoying it. Don't rush it. Just take your time. Alright, where is... I might go with my real little dude now. Go down to the little one. He's really cool. So what I'm thinking I might do today is let's just play with some different effects, because I don't usually do a lot of scoops and transfers, and so I thought today's the day. New paper towel, I'm getting a bit squishy. Alright, so I think we'll take it from here. Found with these too, all you got to do, or my way I've sort of found it easier for me, is just to go in under the surface. Just pluck him in on an angle. And then I just roll it back in your hand, so it comes back on your palette knife. And then just roll it back the other way. That's all preference really. You'll find that one thing that just works for you, I reckon. Because I've only done this a few times, so it's good just to experiment, and as you keep going you sort of go, well, what if I had done this? Why not just try it? Now, I think I'm going to go on that bit there. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. One more, I think. Yeah, that's cool. So, we'll clean that off. I've got a handful of paint again. Getting really good at that lately. So what we might do now is grab out our skewer and we'll make some lines through our swipe. Give it a bit of character. Now, I think what we might do first is take that for a bit of a spin, and we'll just see how them scoop and drags there are going to open up for us. See how they travel. So we'll get that in the middle of the spinner, or Bubbles' version of the middle of the spinner. And we'll just take it slow for a minute, just so we can see what it's going to do. You got to remember too, you got a real big floating pillow on this one. I just got a thing for it. You don't have to. I actually just find that it's easier. I find it a bit less frustrating if I've got that thicker pillow to work with. Let's open it up, quite pretty there. So what we might do now is, this is our chance, we'll go in with our skewer, because the pillow's not quite spun out all the way yet. So I'll pop it back up, get it back on our cup so it's easier. There we go. So what we might do now, check for any pesky bubbles is a good thing too at the moment, because we've only just recently opened up our new black and it's a bit of a bugger. Lots of bubbles in that one. We probably should have let it sit for a bit of a day or two. That's when our level of patience didn't happen. Too excited to have a new black. Alright, so let's have a play here. We'll just weave some of that blue into that. I think that'll look really cool. Yeah. There we go. So that's the thing too, with your embellishments and that, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. Sometimes the most simple, I think, can look the most effective. So it doesn't matter if you can't draw, you're not. You're just doodling through the paint. You can get some really cool effects. So I'll just weave that through. Just that blue there was a bit bold. Just a little bit. Alright. I think I actually like that bit with the edge. You know, I'm going to go past it and leave it alone. Usually I can't help myself and I have to touch them. Sort of like me in a rock pool. Always got to touch something. Okay, now might just give that a bit of a walk in and out. And I think we're getting very close. So that showed you too today, you don't always have to spend a lot of money and get a lot of pigments, because some of them tube paints out there, like one of my personal favourites, I love the Pebeo and the Matisse ranges. But yeah, there's not a lot of pigment in this one today, and you've still got a lot of bling going on. Well, let's just have a little squeeze. One last chance to move it around if we want to change anything. But I don't think I'd touch anything else now. I might just give her a final spin. So we'll put her down. Just to make sure we got all that excess pillow off. Sorry, I go quiet when I go look down, because it's like I'm looking to see if it's really level now and all that black's just evened out for me. But I think that looks pretty good, so I'll pop her up again. And then that way I can get my fantastic cameraman slash better half, Wombat, to do a close-up reel for you. And I hope you enjoyed that one this week, guys. So it just showed you that you don't have to do a lot of tricky things to get great effects. It can be just a simple swipe, few scoops through the paint with a CA swipe base. And like, I think that would look really cool as a clock. And we'll just make sure we got rid of the rest of these pesky bubbles. They're everywhere at the moment. Not that I would ever think bubbles are pesky. Don't comment there, dear.
I'm zipping it.
I think I got them all now. Pretty close anyway. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed that one this week, guys. Nothing overcomplicated, but I think it's got some really cool way out effects. So, next up to me today, we have the amazing, my favourite voice in the world, my big brother, Tony, the hippy-dippy painter man. Possibly his gorgeous wife, Kat. We'll just have to wait and see. So, until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.